Good morning, this is your Biznation Bulletin with me, Henry Winter. And first, big tech and litigation seem to go hand in hand in 2020, and this week was no different, with the US government filing a suit against Facebook. Similar to previous complaints levied against Facebook and other tech giants, the US Federal Trade Commission alleges that the social media group has been anti-competitive for years. They say it's been abusing its monopoly power and that its acquisitions of Instagram and WhatsApp have stifled competition in the industry. It's not just a board game that destroys families.
No, I'm getting angry with all...
Will you leave the game?
If a market for a given product is a monopoly, it means there's only one seller of that product. The concept is linked to market concentration. With 100% concentration, there is only one seller that supplies the whole market. There are reasons to be wary of monopolies, as they can eliminate the need for businesses to innovate, and if no new entrants are able to join a market, the monopolist may have nothing stopping them from jacking the price of their product up. It remains to be seen how successful this latest suit will be, but it appears likely that governments will keep trying their hardest to make something change in the social media and tech world. One solution that's been brought to the fore this week again is breaking up the giants to give other competitors a chance. Boris Johnson got a 3-course meal but very little else from EU Chief Ursula von der Leyen this week. The Prime Minister's attempting to break the Brexit deadlock by agreeing a deal with the EU. And after their dinner on Wednesday evening, it was agreed that by Sunday a firm decision should be taken about the future of the talks. And this all makes the prospect of a no-deal Brexit even more likely. So what? Well, a leaked Cabinet Office document has outlined the impact of the worst-case no-deal scenario. It said the likelihood of a systemic economic crisis will increase and will have major impacts on disposable incomes, unemployment, business activity, international trade and market stability, and security decisions in the context of prosperity. Which doesn't sound great. Obviously, this is just a prediction, but Wednesday evening clearly didn't go very well for Boris, so we'll see what happens on Sunday. DoorDash, the food delivery app, started trading on Wednesday. The company, which priced its shares at $102 on Tuesday night, earned a staggering valuation of $57.8 billion when its shares started trading at $182. Shares closed at $189 on Wednesday night. DoorDash had a good pandemic, for want of a better phrase, increasing its market share in the food delivery service within the US to almost 50%, ahead of Uber Eats, which is 28%. They've increased their monthly subscribers threefold to 5 million, and in the second quarter of 2020 they boasted the first ever profitable quarter of a food delivery company. This is largely thanks to their business strategy of targeting the less competitive suburbs, coupled with more people ordering takeouts due to COVID. It'll be interesting to see how they hold up, as they currently demand up to 30% commissions. Uber has announced that it will sell its advanced technologies group to Aurora Technologies. The group is better known for developing Uber's driverless cars and burns through roughly $500 million annually, which has proved unsustainable, particularly in the current economy. And we would like to point out Uber has never actually posted a profitable quarter pre-COVID. The deal will see Uber invest $400 million in the tech startup, giving it a 26% stake, and reports suggest the deal will value Aurora at $10 billion. Uber's CEO, Dara Khosrowshahi, will also join the board, and looking to the future, it's suspected Uber will eventually use Aurora's self-driving cars in its service. This is an interesting one. As of Monday, you are now able to buy a futures contract for, wait for it, water. That's right, a futures contract for 3.3 million gallons of water is now available on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, joining the likes of cattle, soybean, and lean hog. If you were to buy a commodity or security in a spot market, you purchase that item immediately. When buying a futures contract, however, the buyer and seller agree to complete the transaction in the future. When that time comes, the buyer is obligated to purchase a specific amount of the underlying asset from the seller. Although you can now buy futures contracts for pretty much anything you can think of, it may seem scary that something so critical to, well, life is now being commoditized. This contract will enable buyers to hedge against price fluctuations, especially in times of drought, and so can be seen as a good risk management tool. And finally, music legend Bob Dylan has agreed to sell his lifelong catalogue of music to Universal Music Group in a deal worth an estimated £226 million. Now, some people are suggesting Bob Dylan, who wrote Blowin' in the Wind, perhaps the ultimate protest song, is kind of selling out here, which he is, but at the age of 79 you can't blame him for wanting to get his affairs in order. And he can't tour at the moment, so he might as well be really, really rich. The deal covers the copyrights of his 600 plus songs, the royalties from which can be pretty lucrative. For instance, last year Knocking on Heaven's Door made £112,000 in streaming revenues alone in the US. Well, that's all your Biznation news for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.